Man, and we are here, man, talking mental health and talking hip hop. We are here with our special guests. I'm gonna allow them to introduce themselves. So, could you please introduce yourselves and your titles? Because you wearing some prestigious titles, so I want to let y'all go ahead.
Okay, so I am Tatiana. A lot of people call me Miss Taty. I am the founder of Mental Health Meets Hip Hop. And then, I'm an artist, mental health professional, founder of Mental Health Meets Hip Hop. I've been in the mental health space for a number of years. I think if I say the number of years, people will be guessing my age. So I just keep it at over a decade. I also been an artist for many years, since a child. And then I have one of my partners on the showcase with me. She introduced herself.
So I am Miss Sheena Jones. They call me Dean Jones. I'm the Dean of Students for John B. Drake Elementary School.
All right, let's.
And I'm also an artist as well.
Okay, before we get into how y'all got started, how did y'all meet? How did y'all run into each other?
You want to tell the story or you want me?
Go ahead, you tell the story.
I'll tell the story. So one of my best friends is Big Mouth Bo.
Okay.
And she sent me a message saying that me and Taty should connect. And then from there, it was like magic. We connect, and then those brains started to work. And now we are at our amazing event.
Okay, so where y'all from?
So I'm from Chicago. Chicago very discriminated, so I really don't like to say sides, but if I hit the claim of sides, 290 out west. I'm from the west side.
Okay.
West and south, but the west side.
And here I go. I'm from the south side, baby.
Shout out south. West side ain't got no grass.
we sure don't. I ain't got to say.
So what was it like for both of y'all growing up? One 290 and then the other south side.
Okay, so from the west side, the first memory I have is my father getting shot in front of my house and getting carjacked.
So unfortunate.
Unfortunate. He lived though, so that's the fortunate part.
Okay.
So the west side has always been a place, and particularly on the west side, I'm from the Austin area, right? Which is, an upcoming area. We got the mayor that's over there, Mayor Brandon Johnson, shout out to him. And a lot of, different changes going on the west side. But the west side has always been a place where, you got the violence there, but you also had family and community there, right? I remember just growing up being connected to the people on my block, families knowing each other and things of that nature. But, I mean, that's it, pretty much. But the west side, cool. 290, shout out to y'all, so.
Okay, now with all this 290. But okay. I'm from the south side of Chicago, like I said. I was the bad kid in school. So to be the dean, this is like amazing. It's a story that needs to be told, of course, and it will be told. But really didn't have a lot going on. I just was bad getting into stuff. So I guess me being a dean, that's the reason why I'm the dean, I guess,
For sure. How did you get into being a dean?
So since I was 18, I worked for CPS, but I just coached. Mm-hmm. Went back to my old elementary school and was my little sister's volleyball coach. Yeah. From there, went to Du Park District. I did security at the same time, so I would coach, do security. Went on to going to John B. Drake just to assist in the classroom and coach. From there, got promoted. I'm the athletics director as well as the dean.
Okay.
Yep.
So with you being so connected to the Chicago public schools, what's like one thing that if you could change, you would change about our school system?
I feel just letting the students have identity. It's like a lot of people trying to tell them what to do, who to be and stuff of that nature, but letting them branch off and actually giving them the tools so they can realize who they are and what they're capable of doing. So that's what I do as the dean. Like, I'm going to give you these rules and I have my non-negotiables. Like, you cross this line, we're going to have a problem. But hearing how they're feeling and what they have going on and relating to that, I'm the dean who wears gym shoes, so letting them get out what they need to get out, as well as teaching them lessons, life skills, making them entrepreneurs while still enforcing college if that's the path they would like to take.
True. With both of y'all having a hip hop background, like how does that tie into y'all real life right now?
So it ties into my real life, far as being a mental health professional. So right now, I'm an executive director of a mental health psychiatric inpatient facility on the West Side. It ties in because just with my tenure in being in mental health, it's about being culturally connected to the people, that I'm serving right now in the mental health space. I think for a long time, just being in different spaces in mental health, in the mental health realm, it's a lot of disconnect with people that are mental health professionals or coming from the counseling side, therapy side, or the administrative side of mental health, where it's not a real connection with the people a lot of times. So I think in the hip hop space and what I do now is very much centered in just being connected, being community, being able to have conversations that's digestible to the people that we're trying to serve. And then actually, it adds flavor, right?
Facts.
So I tell people all the time, like in the mental health space, like everything is like Jay-Z said, everything got to be hardcore. I say everything ain't got to be clinical, Sometimes stuff can be just a conversation. Let's get to the bottom of what's going on. So I think in the hip hop space, that's what connects me also to what I do now in the mental health space as well.
All right, how does music connect you to being a dean?
So this is going to be so funny. I didn't want to be no rapper. I just was playing around. My son friend posted that he had a beat after I did a couple of showcases, because I do a lot of showcases at Drake. He posted he had a beat online. I said, hey, give me the beat. I'm going to rap on the beat. Went to the studio, rapped on the beat. I couldn't stop laughing. Went to school, played the song for the students. After a while, they kept hearing it, started streaming it. Then they started rapping it. We had an assembly. I looked around, and they was rapping my song like they was up dancing and rapping. I'm like, and my brother and my mother and a couple of coworkers like, you were rapping that. And in my first song, I say I probably will never do this thing called rap again. And here they go. Like, no, you got to keep doing it. You telling the kids to stay in school. They looking up to you. They want to do better. They want to be better. Then taking that and turning kids into rappers. Like, my daughter is Cat from the Shy. So, like, my son is on one of my songs. I have students who wrote songs. I take students to the studio as a field trip. Like, I'm really, really intact with all of that, for sure.
Shout out to you being connected with them kids, man. You changing lives.
For sure. And kids get that early stamp of approval, too. So if they telling you something, you might as well roll with it.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Taty, what's like a stigma that you wish you could change about mental health?
That mental health mean you crazy. I hear that all the time, day in, day out in our community. People look at mental health like, something wrong with that person, that person is crazy. And I'm like, that's not what that means, right? Because you got so many people that's going through so much, but we never had the language for it. So, and that's kind of pertinent to our community, because growing up, just, on the West Side, we'll see people, just for example, we'll see people walking down the street talking to themselves. We'll say, well, that person crazy, or that person on drugs, or this and that. But, as I got older and just, going to school and realizing, like, no, that person has schizophrenia. That person hear voices that don't nobody else hear, right? Or we'll say, well, that person lazy, that person don't want to do nothing, they don't get a job. No, that person could be clinically depressed. It's other things outside of, like, what we were taught or in our neighborhood. Like, it's like, no, this is like a severe, real issue that this person may be going through. And just because it's a stigma, or people, they display different behaviors or, different ways of being, it doesn't mean the person crazy. It's other stuff going on. And sometimes, we got to look into that. So I feel like that's what we are. We got the intercessors to tell people, like, no, it's real things going on out here. Bipolar disorder is real. She don't got no attitude. She, she may be going on. It might be something wrong with her biochemistry. It's other stuff going on. So we're here to let people know.
For sure. Do you feel like working in the community where you from helps you gain a little bit more understanding? Like, coming up with these type of people, you know what I'm saying? Like how you say, you can see somebody walk around the neighborhood, probably talk to themselves. That's probably something we all saw as a kid. Mm-hmm. Then when we was young, we ain't make jokes of it, but we always wondered. Mm-hmm. But now that you in this field, you just pretty much just practically diagnose what could be wrong with that person.
Right. So, working in the neighborhood gives you a different perspective of what's going on in our neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. For so long, I think it's just been overlooked, or not talked about. And then once you see it from a different side, from a clinical side, or get into these spaces where you realize like, well, it is something going on with the community.
Right.
And a lot of people say it's a lack of resources, and a lot of times, coming from our spaces, I tell people I worked all over Chicago. I worked at outpatient, in Pilsen and Little Village. I worked in DuPage County on a mental health, the suicide prevention lifeline. And then I worked in Austin for a while. It's like the resources are there. They're just not talked about, where they're just not, people can't relate to them, right? They may feel judged, so it does give me a different perspective. And
that's what I was going to ask, too. I was going to ask you, do you feel like these resources aren't taken seriously? Because sometimes it's a running joke on Facebook. Like, you'll see something on Facebook, it'll be like, black kids, I'm depressed. Black parents, depress them dishes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right, so, like, do you think it's not taken serious?
I think a lot of times it's not. It's because we really don't have the conversations about it.
Right.
So a lot of times when we get together, I'm gonna say with my family, when we get together, just historically, we're not talking about stuff like that. We're not talking about a person's mental health. A lot of people sitting around and talking about people, right? A lot of our media platforms and stuff like that, especially with hip hop and the culture, we're not really digging into those things, right? It's more so of the running jokes. And I think it's because there's no space, and maybe it is people that's doing it, so I'm not going to negate that. But I think with the platform with Mental Health Meets Hip Hop, we are those people that's doing it. We like, okay, hey, we with the culture, we can identify with everything that we talking about. We from the neighborhoods, but hey, let's talk about this. Let's break it down.
Yo, do us a favor and yourself a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to tap that notification bell as well so you can stay updated. Now let's get to the video.
We are checking back in, talking Mental Health Meets Hip Hop. Now, the organization started in 2019, correct?
Correct.
And what was the driving force to merge mental health and hip hop for you?
So, as growing up on the West Side, I touched on my first memory ever. I also had a cousin die by suicide when I was younger. My family was one of those families was, therapy was something that they never heard of. It was pretty much don't tell nobody, your business and things like that. So a way for me to cope was music. I got into doing music since I was, a student at Chicago Public Schools. Shout out CPS. Started doing music there, and then all the way up to my adult years, and just, at the same time, I was in school for psychology, and then I started, developing my career in the mental health space. And, I'm like, music really helped me out a lot. Being artistic helped me out a lot, right? I also create children's books around about mental health, drawing and things like that. And that was my way to cope with everything that was kind of going on. And I started putting what I felt into my music. So it was a way for me to express myself. And it's really just who I am. Mental health professional, hip hop artist, boom, put it together. And I just started meeting a lot of people in both spaces, like in the music space that they, was going through stuff, especially in the industry. My stint in the industry, like I said, been a while. I done opened up for Lil Wayne. I done been on VH1. I done did shows in all over the country, really, Arizona, North Carolina, and just meeting different people and seeing how they was in the industry, going through depression, figuring out how the business was, not being able to really get into spaces where they thought it was something, and then when they go behind the door, it's something different. And a lot of these people, they became, friends of mine, cool with me. And I'm like, well, we all, we understand mental health in the way we understand it. Right. And then at the same time, when I, started getting clinical, getting in the books and stuff like that, it's like, okay, boom, let me put it together. Okay. Mental health meets hip hop. It's two sides of me, right?
It's definitely quite the connection. And I feel like it's something that should be taught because, hip hop is an art form. You know what I'm saying? So right. Most of the times we are, and artists are expressing themselves through art for the better or the worse. It's saying that some beautiful things come from dark spaces. We all heard a great song that probably came from somebody's lowest time in life. And just having that mediation of talking about mental health, you never know who you can impact along that road.
Facts, and music is healing. Music is therapy. Even on a scientific basis, like the sounds, the vibrations,
Absolutely.
understanding, just physics and science and how music and sound generate feelings, emotions in your body. So it's a lot of people that they may listen to drill, right? They say it's always a song for you to go do something, right? R. Kelly, a lot of people done made kids off R. Kelly, but then you got a lot of people, the Chief Keef in the drill era where we seen in Chicago a lot of bloodshed, right? So we try to help people understand that too in Mental Health Meets Hip Hop, the scientific sound of music and things like that, the vibrations, the keys and stuff like that. This is impacting your emotional intelligence. It's impacting your mind. It's impacting your thoughts. So it's just, bigger than just rap and hip hop and the words, but the actual frequencies of the music.
For sure.
And just to add, we did a workshop at Drake Elementary not too long ago where we actually talked about that, helping the kids identify energy centers within the bodies. And then playing music. How does this sound make you feel? How does this beat make you feel? So it's a lot of stuff that we unpack with that.
For sure.
And then, we had Zion Ali came in, with Mental Health Meets Hip Hop and gave positive vibes, uplifting music. And like the kids now, they're still listening to him, vibing out. Like they starting their days with that. So that was very impactful for my students.
I was going to ask you as well, how important is it, seeing the kids, catching on to this early? Because, it's always talks about what's to be done for the next generation, but you right there doing it. So how important is it for you to catch this early and to teach your kids this early?
So, like right now, I'm teaching them about, their feelings and emotions. Like when they come to my room, they upset. I'm like, okay, come on, let's talk about it. Let's work it out. Let's find a solution. From there, the music they listening to is changed. Now it's like, who your favorite artist? Dean Jones. So it's like, okay, cool, I'm doing something. Then you have some students that are starting to write and they're expressing themselves. And they were kind of scared to show me because they like, we got cussing in it. And I was like, I don't care about that. I still want to hear what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? It's other words we can use for the cuss words. And they was like, I didn't see it like that. Let's talk about it. Let me hear it or whatever. So trying to get them, because I want them to tell me everything, even if it's how they feeling or whatever the case may be. Like if you want to cuss in your song, let's talk about it. Let's talk about where you at mentally. So doing a lot of that with them with music, teaching them how to write, teaching them how to use other words, putting people in spaces that uplift them and teaching them that. It's a vibe.
How important has the community putting their arms around y'all helped y'all grow this platform?
So the community has always supported us. We've been working in different schools for a while. We also work with small businesses, barbershops. The community just joined in, and with Mental Health Meets Hip Hop on January 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, it's a community event. So I tell people all the time, this is not about me. It's not about you. It's not about the artists. It's not about the mental health professionals. It's about us. That's why the lineup is so packed out with different artists from the West Side, South Side, from the different mental health professionals. It's like, okay, we know it's a problem with our community. We be outside. We know what's going on. We watch the news too. So what we gonna do about it? Because at the end of the day, it's on us. We can't wait for nobody to come do this work. So with our platform, the community has been involved. That's why I think when we announced that we were going to do it at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, it was so many people talking about it. It was so many people excited. And we're excited for Saturday to see the people come out because it's really about the community and for the community. And we from the community. So it's like we have to change our community. So shout out to the community and everybody doing good in the community. What's up, y'all?
Now, I'm pretty sure both of y'all have heard this on the outside looking in. Most people think Chicago is just this horrible city. You feel me? Nobody loves anybody in Chicago. But I feel like, that crab in a bucket mentality, it does exist, but it exists everywhere. But it's nobody out here really shining the light on the people that's actually in the community that's doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So how important is it for, one, the community to just respect what y'all doing, but also for platforms like ours to help spread y'all message?
Well, I'm gonna say thank you guys for having us. I think just for me getting an invite to be on here is helping because, like you said, Chicago do have a cloud over it. the crab in a bucket mentality. They say we can't work together, all this and all that. And when you go to other places, the energy is somewhat different. However, Chicago can work together, and I think this is a testament to that. Me connecting with Chicago Public Schools, me connecting with the Tillmans at the Cultural Center, me having corporate on the panel, Twan, D-Lo, Taco, Zion, all these people that may have never met each other, right? Definitely the mental health professionals. Some of them, you know, they in their spaces doing therapy and stuff. They, you know, but just to see the connection and see the people come out, just to have the people have these conversations and get together is very important. So, I mean, what you guys can do is just keep bringing people on like this. 'Cause there's people every day that's doing this. Dean Jones in the schools every day. I still work at a mental health facility every day and do this. So just, you know, having these platforms and bringing us here is important.
For sure. We thank y'all for coming through as well, though.
Facts.
Full time.
Like, I've been getting people coming and interviewing me. Shout out to Jeremy. He had Rico's Lab come interview me and tell my story because they're like, you're over here in the Dearborns and why don't nobody know that you turn your room into a studio and let the kids see you record and record your studio sessions here and have them record here. It's like having more people shine light on what we're doing. The community, the Dearborns, they support me. My staff and the teachers and the principal, they all support me and let me be crazy. But as far as like locking in, like every time I do one of my shows, I have this portion where everybody gets to know each other and network before we even take a stage. That's very important to me. Building the connections, understanding each other and how we work. She understands how I move. I'm the mean one, I guess, you know? And I understand how she thinks and processes and moves and just supporting her where she needs me and her letting me be mean sometimes.
All the time. Then you got it. You had it. You talked to them.
For sure.
So once again, tell them what's going on at the Cultural Center on the 25th, man.
So at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South Martin Luther King Drive, on Saturday, January 25th at 6 p.m. is Mental Health Meets Hip Hop, the showcase. We got AK from Do or Die. We got Daryl Woods from 3 Piece. And I do want to say R.I.P. to Reese, because we know we just lost Reese.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. to Reese. It was an incredible funeral, so I just had to stop there and pause there. Because Reese was a good guy doing things in the community as well. And shout out to AJ Styles on the west side. They've been doing good work in the community as well. Back to the showcase, we also got D-Lo, we got Spenzo, we got Corporate, we got John Blue, we got Sinatra's, we got Vo, and we just plugged in FBY J-Main with the Whoops. So with the Whoops, he gonna be there. And then we got Golden Child with the Unity Movement.
Yeah,
right?
shout out Golden Child.
So this is Chicago. And then beyond that, we got Dr. Ozell Adams, we got Dr. Obari Cartman, we got Dr. Amanda Long, we got Reginald Carter, licensed professional counselor. And then we got Dean Jones. We got the Harold Washington Cultural Centers as the partners.
We got Zaya Janae, Kai from the Shack,
Chicago Public Schools.
We got
Come on
Kai,
now.
you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on
The
now.
Taki Kid, you know. We got everybody. Everybody's going to be there.
Lit. It's a family affair.
Yep, and we will be having a cipher. So we gonna do a lot up in there.
With the great thinkers. The great thinkers gonna be in the building too as well.
Zion Ali, you know what I'm saying?
It's a bunch of people on the lineup.
SBG Malik.
AMB,
Amari, you know what I'm saying?
Dirt,
AMB
it's a lot of people.
We got Amari Blaze. We got Big Mouth Bo. You know what I'm saying? It's lit.
It's a bunch of people, you know. So, and we got Big Twan. Big Twan gonna be there.
Shout out Big Twan.
We had youth organizations come through.
Yeah, we
You know,
got
so-
Kylie Pauls,
Kylie-
the CPS student from Drake Elementary.
So when y'all ask about community, this is community. Y'all heard how many people we named in this
yeah, for
lineup?
And y'all got excited too. I love that.
Yeah,
Some of the people.
Yeah, because it's about
My
unity. It's
people.
about us. It's about us. It's not about me. It's not about Dean. It's not about the partners. It's about the community. And that's what we do it for.
We in here talking mental health and hip hop. We got Dean Jones and we also got Zaya Janae, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How you doing?
yes.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
That's good.
For sure. And you
Go ahead, bro.
Now I was gonna say, tell us a little bit about what you do and everything.
Well, me, I'm an artist from the south side of Chicago. I go all around performing, doing music. I performed at places like the Lollapalooza, the Taste of Chicago, the Go Fest. Yeah, I'm just all around.
Okay, you lit.
Dope.
What was it like performing at Lala?
Lala, that was an amazing experience. Like, I've only heard greats, there. I got to go backstage, meet so many people. People like Bobby Shmurda, and his personality was so lit. So it was a great opportunity.
How long you been making music?
Since I was 9 years old.
Okay.
And when I was 10, I started going to the studio. And from then on, I've been in the music.
All right. 9-year-old you sees grown you on a Lollapalooza stage, man. What you think she got to say to you?
I think most people would say they're so surprised, but from a young age, my mom, she was like Joanna Jackson. She had me and my sister in that basement. When I said this is what I wanted to do, my parents were like, okay, it's gonna take long. And I said, no matter how long it take, I'm ready. So me, I would say, dang, that hard work really paid off, and I would owe it all to my parents.
For sure. Shout out,
For
mom.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And my pops too.
What is that support like? Cause most parents would be like, nah, you gonna go to school, you gonna get an education, you gonna be a doctor. How important was it for them to support your dream at a young age?
It was very important. My parents still were on school. I've always been just good in school, so that's something that came naturally. But with music, my parents always taught me discipline and hard work. So it's just been a journey. At the beginning, it took time, but that's something I grew up on, so it wasn't hard to adapt. Yeah.
Tell people about that, because nowadays, we live in a culture of instant gratification where if I start doing something today, I need to see results tomorrow. So tell people about how you were able to stay determined, because I'm pretty sure some ups and downs in your growth and in your journey. So speak on that a little bit.
It was many ups and downs. The first time I started going to the studio and getting used to hearing my voice, frustration, not trying to get frustrated when I didn't hear what I wanted to hear, knowing that it takes discipline and it takes time to master your craft. It's so many times I done cried, had fits, my parents no, this is something you want to do, then you can't complain about it. You got to keep going. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to want it as much as you're going to want it for yourself. So I just had to learn, and it still struggles because it's a new thing. Even if you reach a certain level, everything, you want to keep growing. So everything feels new, and it's a new experience, but I just got to keep pushing through.
Do you consider yourself competitive in the game?
Definitely. I feel like every song is we see somebody do something, and it's all love, but it's always a competition. Yeah.
For the people out there listening, get them a couple go-to songs. What's some of your favorite songs that you've made?
Well, some of my favorite songs, I have a song dropping now. It's called Photo Shoot. Well, the video is dropping tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then the song is out on all streaming platforms. That's definitely a go-to. I really love it. Another go-to would be A City's Cry. It's talking about a lot of the shootings that happened this summer. I held a peace rally for it as well. Just talking about a lot of stuff that Chicago's going through. And then another go-to would be I Ain't Hurting. It's talk about not stressing, being the number one believer in yourself.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
You 17 holding peace rallies?
Yes, that's my dream. Music influenced me, and that's why I started doing it, but I want to influence the youth, my peers. A lot of the music we listen to today is so negative. It's not solution-based. It's not giving you the tools you need to get in this industry and do what you want to do. It's just crash out music. So I want to give a positive message that people can see a future to,
How do you fit into this circle that we have in here today?
I fit into it because I'm a young voice who's going through an industry that's hard, and you have to have a strong will and a strong mind. So as I'm learning, I'm going to give the youth all the tools that I'm learning. I'm going to take them through my trials and tribulations, because every day isn't an update for me. I have a lot of downs. Humans, we hold on to the negative. So they're going to work with me and go on my journey on how I get past it and I stay positive, because I know I'm going to make it, because I got the support team. I got my mindset on me, and I'm going to influence the youth. How I'm influencing myself every day.
That's dope. Define success in music for you.
Success? Success is now what I'm doing. I feel like I'm living off my dream. That's the success. I want to live off my dream. the fame and everything, that's cool. Like, I want to be influential, like a Michael Jackson. Anywhere you go, Zaya Janae, like, we know her. But it's just really to be happy and live off what I love to do and influence people. If people can say, Zaya Janae got me through this. I go to Zaya Janae when I need this. That's going to be the ultimate, success.
Who was some artists that you look to growing up?
Some artists that I look to is like a Big Crit. I love his music. A Beyonce. I love how she's just winning so many different genres and where she is in life. Like, that's a dream. Another inspiration too is iLLANOiZE. I love how she influences all the black girls out there with her black girl magic. That's something I want to do.
Hey, you had me a Big Crit.
Okay. No, because my parents, like, I'm telling you, like, they influenced me so much and they poured into me things that would help me grow. Big Crit, y'all got to listen to him. Like, the youth, for real. Like, he got a song, Booby Miles or Bury Me and Go. All this stuff give you the tools you need and the inspiration on a bad day.
Booby Miles. Hey,
yes,
hey,
okay.
You ain't 17, man. Stop it.
I was just gonna say,
I'm telling you, I feel like my
bro.
spirit is like a good 50, okay?
Booby Miles. Hey,
Yeah.
That was beginning of Big Crit. Hey, shout out to Mississippi, man. I went to Jackson State University. You feel me? And that's literally right in the heart of poverty, which is crazy. It's a university and surrounded by nothingness. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. So, what, Miss Jones, what would be some advice what has been some advice that you've given her? You feel me, to help her navigate these treacherous streets?
So my relationship with Zaya is crazy. Like, just from us meeting, I actually followed her. So, like, from the Go Fest, like all the places she has performed, I find my way to be there to make sure I see her. And then we connected through Bo again. It was through Big Mouth Bo again. From there, her and mom coming to see me, and I think we went into the stew that same day, right? You and my daughter. From us just talking, vibing, and figuring out what we were gonna do, because she's done some of our assemblies. She's also done my Holiday Jam concert. From there, like I said, we turned my office into a studio first day in. And from there, her and my daughter, Kai from the Shy, recorded a song called Hype It Up. Where the kids, we did a music video inside the school, like with all the kids, and it was a fun and exciting time. She also facilitated a peace circle with Mean Girls Empowerment. They were a program that I brought into Drake Elementary for our young ladies. And Zaya came and, went into the room and did peace circles with them. And from there, the kids love her. And I just say, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing, like,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
working with the youth, inspiring my daughter for sure, and the youth as well. They love it when she comes to Drake.
Man, I know at 17 I wasn't thinking about leading the peace rally. You know what I'm saying? So how important is it for you to have students not only embrace you but help you push your message forward?
Like, I love it. Like, the more the merrier. Like, I could say so much, but then you got 17-year-old Zaya coming in, and she looks like us. She has braids like us. She talks like us. She dresses like us. She's our role model. And it's like what Dean Jones basically said. And I'm like, yeah, Dean Jones ain't leading us wrong. She's saying the same thing. She moving like it. They could call her. They could message her. Like, she's reachable and she responds. So that right there, just having that support from her, as well as having the support from her mom, her inspiring my daughter, who's also pushing the same thing, it just makes a whole big family for sure.
Do you feel any pressure hearing that you a role model?
I wouldn't say pressure. It's like honored to be seen as a role model. To see that my work isn't only for myself, but it's influencing others, and people see me, especially adults too. It's like, dang, like, you see me, a 17-year-old, as something that I've been trying so hard and worked so many years to become. So yeah, it's really dope.
All right, now this is my favorite question. Now, you are 17, so you still get to answer it, Okay. But if both of y'all can go back and give y'all younger selves any advice, what would it be?
Oh, Lord have mercy, baby. Let me roll out the carpet. Let me sit up. Ooh, child. Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble. That would have been the one for me. Like just staying out of trouble. I didn't really catch on till about high school when I started playing sports. Like, hey, I kind of can lead a little bit. I'm the leader. From there, just like, and then I'm kind of conflicted with that. Because I'm like, if I would have not gotten into trouble, would I be Dean Jones?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Had to play out like that.
Yeah.
Be like that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Something I would say is consistency is key. Stay consistent. No matter how you feel on that day, do it. Yeah.
Heard.
All right, before we get out of here, tell everybody how they can get in tune with y'all, stay in tune with y'all, find everything y'all got going on.
You can find me on all socials at Zaya Janae. That is ZIA space JENAYE. Again, my new single photo shoot is dropping tomorrow at 4 p.m. That is the music video. So I'm going to need y'all to check that out.
And then I'm Miss Dean Sheena Jones on YouTube. I'm Miss MS underscore Sheena SHENA Jones JONES on all social media platforms. Music is on all streaming platforms. Miss Dean Sheena Jones.
All right, Jimmy, talk to the people.
Yes, sir. Shout out our guests for our first show of the year. We got Zaya Janae, we got Dean Jones, and Miss Taty came through talking mental health meets hip hop. It was just great. We thank y'all for the insightful interview. You know, everybody involved in y'all circle as well who came out is very much appreciated. Zaya, I don't mean to sound so give away my age, but I got nieces your age, you know, and it's very refreshing because like I don't necessarily get a chance to interact with too many 17-year-olds outside of them, so I see things through their scope, you know, and it's always refreshing to hear the youth, you know, talk about the things that they into and how inspiring and how motivated you are, you know. That go a long way. You came in here head high, you know, had your hand out. That goes a long, long, long way, more than you can even imagine right now, you know. So that's you. What the saying is, you check all boxes for doing that, you know. So keep your head up and stay motivated and keep pushing your message. You know, we got to get some of your music in here too.
Yes,
you know, so definitely. And how are you receptive? I didn't even get to ask this. How are you receptive to mental health and hip hop before we roll out there?
Receptive to like as far as what do I think it means?
Yeah, like what does it mean to you?
I think it means what we push. Mental health and hip hop, the message you're giving, how it influences the youth and the new generations coming up. So I feel like a lot of the performers who are going to be there are going to be pushing a positive message, which is great. I'm going to be pushing a positive message. So I feel like it's very vital right now.
For sure. And you performing at the event, correct?
Yes, sir.
For sure. And everybody out there listening, make sure y'all get in tune with the Mental Health Meets Hip Hop event, and that's January 25th, correct?
Yes.
So what's the time?
6 to 9.
6 to 9, okay, and that's at Harold Washington Cultural Center, correct?
Yes.
For sure. So everybody out there listening, make sure y'all get in tune, man. It's gonna be a dope event. You know, if you stop it through the station, it's a flyer in here. Did you bring like flyers to?
I think Taty got that for sure.
We got iLLANOiZE radio, so there's gonna be other guests as well that's gonna be able to see that. So make sure y'all stop in. It's a pretty much a great community event. Dean Jones, it was great hearing your story as well. It's very inspiring. You know, I love to hear, like I said, I love to hear when the youth behind y'all and just continue rallying them. You know, never give up on them because it does starts not only at home, it starts in the community. Once they walk out their door and see what they see every day, that's what they gonna call it as. You know, that's gonna be their spade, they call it. You know, so continue being a positive impact on that. And Miss Taty ain't in here, so I can't give her my word for real. There she go right there. Thank you as well for sitting down, you know, talking mental health and hip hop to us as well. And best of luck to you on your event as well. No problem. And everybody tuning in, like I say, thank y'all for tuning in our first show of the year. Follow Ill Sound Radio, ILLSOUND Radio. Follow me, Groove Nuke, GROOVNUKE. And Jay, what you got to say to him?
Man, salute to both of you ladies. Is this your mom right here?
Yes.
Hey, mama, you doing a great job. I'm not gonna
you
lie.
Gotta clap it up, bro. You gotta clap it up.
Yeah, you're doing an amazing job. Hold on, I'm gonna give you some applause. You can't hear him, but we can hear him. You're doing an amazing job. shout out to all y'all that came together for this. Shout out to even putting this event on. Because I feel like a lot of, like I said earlier in the interview, a lot of people say these things don't happen in our community. We're not together in our community. We're divided in our community, and you have events like this that kill that type of talk. And what you doing in these schools is so necessary, man. Growing up, I had teachers that cared about me. White, black, all colors. They cared. You feel me? That kept me from doing so much silly shit in school just because they cared. And they just put that extra arm around me that I needed. So, man, just keep doing everything that y'all doing. We appreciate it. The communities appreciate it. The kids appreciated it. Most importantly, the kids need it, so just keep doing everything y'all doing. Like they say, January 25th, the Cultural Center, if you're doing something, cancel it, pull up. Everybody needs to be at this event. I got your song, A City Cries.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, speak on that song, and then we're going to play it on our way out of here.
For sure.
Okay. A City's Cry, I made this contributing to... No, not contributing. I made this talking about all the violence and killings that happened this past summer. So that's what this is, A City's Cry.